So it is done and out of the way. There it is.
Audio check.
Audio check. Looks
Mic
good.
check.
Both
Check,
bars are
2, 4,
moving.
6, 8.
Who do we appreciate?
That's actually a good
Sarah
check. I don't have it right now.
2, 4, 6, 8. How far can Alexandria push war into going into a homicidal blood rage?
Oh, easily. I cast Raise Dead on Valfine's corpse.
2, 4, 6, 8. How many times is war
Everyone's dead.
No!
2, 4, 6, 8. How many times does war crit?
So, let us dive back into the world of Tomb of Annihilation, down deep into the world of Toril, to the land of Chult and the forbidden city of Omu, deep below its many caverns and crypts of the tomb itself. When last we saw our heroes, our party was in the midst of one of the tightest fights they've had thus far. Actually, I don't know if it's that tight. It wasn't that tight because if we mentioned before, I think you guys said the only person to actually take damage was Valfine and Victor. So
maybe a tiny bit of damage to
some other people. I think people got a little bit.
Brolin.
However controlled the fight ended up being in the end, it was one that we sacrificed a member of the party for. Valfine unfortunately fell in the battle after stealing one piece of copper from the trove, inciting the rage of Belchoriz the Unseen, the beholder protector of this mighty vault. You slew the creature, avenged your friend, but lost her all the same. And I think the last major scene that happened after the battle was Brolin and War, Brolin holding Valfine, War looking on, Whifflespark moving on from the death quite quickly, used to this situation, used to losing people. Alexandria shocked in the moment, and Victor approaching Brolin, asking for Valfine. He lifted his hand to her back and whispered some words into her ear that both Brolin and War were close enough to hear, and he simply said, "Let me take back what I gave you." And he lifted his hand to her back, and from the wound in her bare back came a sliver, a blue gem, and those who were close by could feel almost in its presence like the wind of the ocean pushing on their face. And as the sort of magnificence of this bright gem held in Victor's hand, he snapped his fingers and it disappeared into what seemed like nothing, and he immediately felt exhausted by the act.
That's right, I need to put 1 point of exhaustion on me.
Yes, please do. And he immediately then, I think the last words of the session was that he said he had some explaining to do. And that is where we pick up back in the tomb, in the vault of Belchoriz the Unseen, his corpse strewn across the still slippery floor. That metal orb still hovering 20 feet in the sky. Anybody's metal pieces probably just slightly moving in the direction of that. Yeah, that's where we're going to that is where we're going to pick back up, friends. I will bring us back to this beautiful track, my favorite, as I turn it down. Welcome back to Tomb.
Can we get the dungeon map?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. 1 second. I have to wait for my volume to go away. It's right over the player thing. There we go.
Volume thing?
I changed my volume, and the little volume box or windows popped up and overlapped my player thing, and I couldn't
Windows
touch it.
10 overlay thing.
Yep. Yeah. Always fun. Always fun. So, it is up to you guys what you want to do in this moment.
I go, What do we just can't leave her here. We gotta do something.
Who's holding her right now?
You are,
Technically,
Victor.
Victor.
Victor is? Okay.
It's supposed to be me.
He doesn't say anything. He just kind of looks down at her in his arms. And lingers for a long time.
Yeah. Her body is cold. Her skin is gray. All color is lost from it. You can see that it's sort of tightened slightly. It did suck the life from her body.
Brolin wipes away a little bit of tears from his eyes, and he goes, "Well, Wiffle Spark."
Yeah, what's Whipplespark up to in this moment? I think you said you were chopping off pieces of Belchor's, correct?
No, I was just making sure. I was making sure that he is in fact dead.
Yes, you were confirming on top of War's continuous smashing. You were adding to the confirmation that this creature would not rise again. So yeah, you would turn Brolin to see Whipplespark. How is he confirming that he's dead? Is he also hacking away, or is he just shooting at
No,
what's...
like actually like checking things.
Oh, so yeah, you got like the doctor megascope up.
I'm really tempted to do a as coroner I've thoroughly examined her.
Oh my god.
But Wiffle Spark, do you have anything that can hold her body for a while?
Well, we could put her in a bag of holding, but do you want to leave her in the astral plane?
Well, I mean, if we can stop the death curse, I can revive her. So at least it's just temporary.
And you can't revive her now?
No, I mean, the death curse won't let me do that. Right?
I thought the death curse just made those who were revived waste away slowly.
No, the details of the death curse, and Alexandria would know this. Those who were revived before the death curse came along began to wither away slowly. And any use of a revive spell or capability has had no effect after the death curse was discovered.
It's been a while, my bad.
No, you're good.
I think we heard about it maybe once.
Yeah, it's very, very long ago.
Yeah,
so
we were
it's fine.
talking to Samuel Dren like forever ago.
Yeah,
That's where
it's
we got the
perfect. It's
details.
perfect.
So
Ooh.
not even reincarnate, which is...
I don't know. Or somebody.
It has been
Why are we
tested. It has been tested across many temples, and it would be common knowledge to any folks along the Sword Coast that no reviving magic of any sort has worked. Not even a wish spell, which was cast in Candlekeep by its head archivist, and did not work.
Fuck. It's alright, I'm gonna wish it back. Go back in time. Alright. Well, I mean... We stop the soulmonger, or we turn it off, or we kill it, or... I don't know, but... once that's gone, I should be able to reincarnate her.
What do you need for revival? That
Oh, well, let me just open up my bag of goodies and type in reincarnate.
What is this? Typing?
A thousand. I basically need the equivalent of 1,000 gold.
Well, we can get 1,000 gold.
like, do you need a piece of her?
Yes. Well, actually, let me look.
For the kind of resurrection we would prefer to do, we will need a piece of her, yes.
Well, it's not perfect, but why can't I?
If I were to be revived, and please take notes of this, I would prefer it to be in my own body.
Yes, here we go. I'm not casting it, but it's just everybody can see it. And Ed, you've already made the distinction that they can choose what race.
Yeah, I'm not gonna unless that player wants to roll randomly in the Xanathars where it has a race chart. The soul could choose. Oh, it has a chart right there. Perfect.
Yep, it's got the ranges right there.
That's nice.
Well, great. So now we have to race to the bottom of this thing, kill whoever's responsible, get rolling 1,000 gold.
As you
Just
look
to put
around a
things right.
room filled with gold.
I mean,
First off, don't get any ideas. We need to get rolling 1,000 gold. This is my gold. And maybe Professor. Professor can have some.
That's good.
Or will motion to Victor and say, "May I?" Motioning at Valfine's body.
he'll hesitate for a long moment, and then he'll nod at you. And gently hold her out.
He'll try to take like a strand of hair, and then he'll just run that along his axe blade, tie it into a knot, and he'll pull a small black pouch out that has a few other things rattling around inside it, and he'll put it in there and then put it back in his belongings.
Adorable. Whifflespark, you still do have the sack, correct? That's where we will be putting her.
Okay.
Now you want to collect her body into the bag of holding?
Well, unless anybody's going to stop us, that is where we will put her.
Does she have a journal?
Do you
Yeah.
want to see what she has? You have her work.
He'll look specifically for a journal.
For a journal. Okay.
I mean, let's be frank. She was an elf. Of course she has a journal.
I mean, yeah, I don't see one on this list. But, oh no, I do see one on this list. You want it?
As serious as this is, all I can think of is that stupid Lord of the Rings Lost Journals or whatever the hell it's called. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Add a journal to your inventory. I'll minus it from this one.
Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff in there. Diagrams, charts, stuff from beginning of the journey all the way up till now.
He'll tuck that next to his own.
Ooh, that particular entry there is going to be a little awkward when we get her back. The how I would kill everyone in my party if I really had to. Step 1.
She was literally Batman. She had a contingency plan for all of you.
Everybody's weaknesses listed. If you
Why
tap,
was mine salt?
if you tap Brolin on the nose 3 times, he'll pass out. My one weakness, no. Oh my god.
I told you that in confidence.
What, that you defeat Brolin with a bath?
Oh.
All right.
So more, you've taken the journal. Whifflespark, are you in the process of, like, I mean, War has her. How you guys doing?
I can't lift her into a bag.
No, you can't. So I imagine you're approaching War with, like, the bag open?
Well, they asked for it. They can have the bag.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, I'll take the bag. and I will put her in myself.
Okay.
I imagine it'll start with her resting on the ground, hands crossed on her chest, funeral style,
Yeah.
and then I'll just open the bag up and then awkwardly start to shimmy it over her head.
Okay.
And get it about halfway, and then I'll think, okay, well now I can lift it up and gravity will do the work and the rest of her will fall in. So I'll pull her up, but then her legs bend, so now I can't get her all the way in. So now I'm like bouncing the bag trying to get the legs to flail upwards so the rest of her can just fall inside, and it's terribly awkward the entire time.
Okay, yeah, if no one intervenes, that is what happens.
All right.
It was just assist and make it less awkward.
Okay.
We'll get those like awkward Tina noises.
Whifflespark, you're keeping track
I'm gonna
of
cry.
that bag. Do you want the weights?
It's a bag of holding that has like 2 items in it. I think we're good.
Okay, so you don't want the weights?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, her whole inventory is in there, so
Yeah.
minus a thieves' tools kit because of that fucking chest. God damn it!
Good. We've got her in the bag, literally, and that'll keep her body from rotting. So,
Are you writing
Hello?
down Valfine in the bag or something, just so we know? I mean, I
Yeah.
think we know, but
what an awkward thing to write into your inventory list.
Valfine's corpse.
God damn.
We
Okay.
got an elf in a bag now.
You've heard of Elf on a Shelf? No.
Elf in a bag.
Yeah.
Elf in an astral plane? Oh.
A pocket dimension.
Yeah, but the bag
pocket
dimension
elf.
is in the astral plane.
True.
Well, I suppose we need to go murder everything else that's still alive in this dungeon.
Looking around, are those masks still nearby?
Yes. They are. There's one on the floor and 2 still in the alcoves.
And we checked already, and those are not magical. We know that for sure because someone cast detect magic, right?
They might have been because they were in the beholder eye thing, and we wouldn't have seen that.
Right.
Just from like a
Right.
metagame standpoint.
Yeah, what's been like around hasn't really.
I do not have that prepped for today, or otherwise I would look myself.
Yeah, there's just piles of gold in each of these alcoves. I think you guys have searched them sort of multiple times and found some things. Who knows what else is hiding beneath the coins?
Well, I imagine we should shovel all this into the other bag of holding.
I think we should leave all the random junk here and come back for it in case all the purple slime tries to kill us while we're on this floor.
I'm just concerned that this room will not be in this state when we come back next. Or perhaps they will remove the treasures now that its guardian is dead.
Speaking of the slime, all the eyes that are sort of constantly looking at you, and you could see them peek out during the fight, and mostly anytime you're on this level, you would notice all those eyes are closed. The sort of bright purple to the mold is starting to churn black, and you can see it beginning to recede in parts of the wall very slowly.
Stab a section of slime.
Yeah, it's just sort of like sticking the knife into just like a inky, probably just viscous like gelatin, and
I-
yeah, nothing happens.
I raise my hand to stop him, knowing what happened last time, but then have a moment of curiosity and decide that this is good, and I just let
Oh,
him.
that there was a reason for doing that. It was to get shot by the slime.
Yeah, nothing comes out to hurt you. It is you stab it, it just into the.
Okay, we can put everything else in the bag.
All right, well, I will help him do that.
So
Yeah.
what we're doing then?
Is there something else you would prefer to be doing more?
No.
If you would care to help, it would certainly go faster. I would ask Brolin, but she trails off.
He'll walk over to the closest alcove and just start like pulling stuff over, but he's definitely got like 1,000-yard stare going on.
Coins.
Brolin would go. I believe it was like a gemmed statuette.
Mm-hmm.
It looked very magical.
Sure.
Brolin will go get that.
Yeah.
Victor is going to pick up the 1 copper piece that was in Valfian's hand and pocket it.
Okay. You can add 1 copper. Brolin, if you're going to get that, you can write down you have a clay chameleon statue, and in the notes of it, you could probably put something about how it's covered in crystal beads that seem to change colors before your eyes.
Oh wow.
Or you're starting to take coins off onto the ground. I will note that during this process of excavating, if that's what Alexander and Wifflespart are doing as well, just sort of grabbing this coin, the floor is still slippery. So, though doable, it is a difficult task. Even with the 5 of you, it will take a short rest to accomplish this goal of just getting all these things out, getting them all collected for the most part, and there's probably still going to be some like pieces of copper riddling the floor.
With all of this, I might need some weights.
Okay. Do you want Valfine's weights or do you want this stuff's weights?
Probably both.
Probably both. Okay. So this is the loot table, of which there is no more clay chameleon,
Wow.
and we are at 11,999 copper. You guys can edit this table, so if somebody wants to take something from it, you can actually go in, hit edit, and delete a bit from there. It works the same way as your guys' journals, so if you guys want to edit that loot table, you can. But these any of these extra items won't have weight other than the shield, but the gold will definitely have weight. Wifflespark, if you're piling gold in there, and you may have to do the math track on that, or do it on your character sheet or something, because I'm not 100% sure what the math is there. Usually I make a second character sheet for this kind of things, because the character sheets track it, and if you need one, there's plenty of blank sheets. You can just grab one, name it bag, and then start throwing things in there. And Valfine, which I will have her weight total. I know, I'm giving away huge secrets, I'm sorry. Bio. So
One of the closest kept.
let me do the math here. Okay.
What Valfine's weight?
30 plus. So she has 91 pounds worth of gear and weighs 130 pounds. So, yeah, you can put those numbers in.
Can I... These items, specifically the gold coronet and the bronze shield,
Yes.
are they immaculate? Can I tell if they are magical items or...
The bronze... Make an Arcana... No, don't make an Arcana check. The bronze shield is immaculate.
Okay, I guess I will pawn off my tasks onto Brolin, and then I will spend the time identifying the shield.
Okay. Brolin to, like, start collecting things?
To get the gold and everything, yeah.
Yeah, Brolin, you see everybody else is around you doing that. You might be helping as
Yeah, Brolin's doing that.
well. Already. And you're casting Identify on the bronze shield?
Yeah.
Okay. ritual, correct?
Yeah.
Go ahead and take those items off the list for me. You can just hit the little edit button, and you can minus them if you're grabbing them on your person, whichever ones you're taking.
Sure.
Let's put the bottom here. Okay. Yes. Your ritual will conclude without error. It is a +1 shield.
With a screaming devil face, I had been hoping for more, but that is totally fine. Does anybody have a need for a +1 shield?
That's what I have.
Druids can't. I believe druids can't use metal, can they?
No.
Someone who can wield one is your skeleton.
I was going to give it to him if nobody laid claim to it.
Oh, do +1 shields need are they
Attunement?
attuned?
Nope.
Oh, I'll take it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Unless
That's fine. It's cool. I was
it
going to
is
dress
a
up my skeleton.
skeleton.
No, it's fine, Whifflespark. If you're going to use it,
I will actually use it.
all right. But the one time I don't see you use it, I'm
I've
gonna
been using
ask for
a
it
shield
back.
this entire time.
Yeah, but you've been using that shield. If you're not using this shield, I'll have a problem.
The
That
skeleton
was
can have
my
the
shield I
old one.
was using on the dog. And pick up the other shield.
She will hand the shield over, and then use necromantic magic to make her skeleton frown.
Understandable.
Yeah, the bone shifts ever slightly, and it's kind of weird.
It cracks, and it's just being held up by necromantic magic, just suspended in a frown.
Yes.
Can I take the potion and the gray marble?
Yeah, you can just edit the sheet, minus them, and put them onto your character sheet in your inventory if you wish.
Apparently,
And,
stuff doesn't work on this particular character sheet for weight.
Oh, it won't do weight.
I'm looking to see if I can find.
It should be at the
where
very
this setting
bottom. Definitely should be weight.
is. Encumbrance on.
Which one are you using? Oh, the bag. Let me see. Bag. Character sheet. Here. You sure? Let me go back to core really quick. Look for myself. Should be
Yeah, if you toss something in there like
1,000
12
gold
million things.
Yep,
Oh,
it did.
it is for that, but not for items.
items. Let me see. Can you not do items? So like a new item. So if I did a shield, which definitely, sorry, I spelled it wrong. Definitely has.
Now it
something.
is.
Now
It
it
wasn't a
is.
second ago.
Maybe just when I looked at it. I'll leave that to you. You're good. It's because I was looking at it. It magically works.
Well, coins weigh basically nothing.
Yeah, they're not bad, really. And you can edit the weight for Valfine and her inventory.
Can I sample the potion? Do I know what kind of potion it is?
Make either a nature or a Arcana check.
Oh, Arcana, please. $23?
23. So how do you sample the potion?
Maybe like pop the top, just kind of
Whiff it?
quaff it under my nose, yeah.
Cough it under your nose. It smells like jelly beans. Arcana check would immediately tell you that the smell itself is artificial. It is definitely based in magic. This is no ordinary liquid.
And he'd dip his finger just like one drop in and kind of,
Go to taste it.
Yep.
All right. Do you do that as you see that your finger is now 1/4 its size?
No.
Okay.
Cork. Back on top.
Okay.
Yeah,
Make it
right,
kind of
Victor?
mini Lich.
I'm fine.
He has a tiny little finger.
Don't
The
drink
hell-
that.
Oh, now I want. Now I want Tiny Acerak.
Well,
you know
we have-
they
Nope. Want any?
You may get your chance if we're not careful.
You know they
Ah.
have spells for that, she says, motioning at the tiny finger.
Don't worry about it. Just leave it.
You can put a potion.
That's for more than 4 hours. Call your cleric.
You can put a potion of diminution in your inventory, Victor, in place of that.
Diminution? Interesting. I will do that.
We could make Wiffle Spark even smaller.
No, you're not supposed to call gnomes small.
Diminutive?
Compact.
Fun-sized.
Football.
Anyway. Victor will look at the masks.
Okay.
Can I Arcana check? Is there any way to tell, like, maybe is there a runes or anything on this that may indicate that they are magical? Or
What's your passive Arcana?
it's a +9.
No, there's no magical aspects to these that you can see.
Pick one up and turn it around.
They seem well made, but
Mm.
nothing to give you any indication that there's magic, of your knowledge.
All that for a couple masks. Coin.
Considerable amount of coin, it turns out.
Mostly copper.
As you hear just ching, just these like fucking duck. What's it called? What's the Donald Duck? But it's the Grandpa Duck.
Scrooge.
Scrooge
McDuck,
McDuck levels of gold getting pushed into a into a bag. Mostly copper, but shiny nonetheless.
I guess I mean that's really all I wanted to look at, so
Okay. What of the rest of you, or anyone else? Where are we going? What are we doing?
I was still hoping money.
Yeah, that'll take the time that a short rest would, but a short rest will not be gained if you guys are all working during that time. Just an hour.
Oh, did anyone check the crown?
I think Alexandria was identifying it, right?
It's not magical.
Okay. Then I put on the crown.
Yeah, it is very, very nice.
You fool! Yeah, no magic.
Definitely looks expensive though. It's pure gold.
Is that giant orb still hanging in the middle of the room?
Big metal ball. You can see a reflection in it, like looking in one of those mirrors at the strip mall kind of thing in the corner. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. It's just floating, right? There's nothing
Just
holding
hovering.
it in place.
Hovering below is the sheet on the ground where it was pulled off by Belchor's.
How high up is it?
unseen.
20 feet?
20 feet off the ground.
Okay.
It's a large object.
Mm.
If it was less than 10 feet, if it was 10 feet off the ground, I was gonna have War poke at it with a 10-foot pole. But
You could walk up there.
Well, it's more than 10 feet from every wall.
Oh, it is. Right, 20 feet, because it's 50 feet high, right?
No, or could
Just
choose
finish
to
up
drop
below.
from the ceiling if you wanted to get onto it.
I was thinking more of, is it actually stationary or not?
It is just hovering in place, so you're not sure.
There are no writings or anything on the wall in here. It's just all solid flat stone.
No. The only consistency that you would see on walls in the tomb, and they wouldn't be in this one. This one's all smooth, but yeah. So no markings.
So no markings we can see in the reflection or anything.
No.
All right.
No.
Well, half an hour passes for identifying that, and I assume that's enough for us to get everything all packed away.
Taking a short rest, right?
Yeah, within an hour's time, you have all of this stuff on the sheet. If I look at the sheet, if I click on the loot table, there's still gold on this loot table. Whoever took it has to make it go away. And it looks like we're leaving the masks. If you're taking
I was just gonna leave the loot table as the loot table, unless you want me to clear it.
Please clear the things you are actually taking, so that
Okay.
I know what is not on this list and what's being left behind.
Let me see if let me edit this. That is in the bag, and then I put this on my head because it's funny.
Victor, were you actually resting during that time, not participating in helping? Okay.
Yep, nothing else going on. He's spending time quietly.
All right. You said you would edit the loot table for me, Alexander?
Yeah.
Good, thank you.
That is 384 pounds of money.
We
is
robbed
that
the
like you said?
shit.
It's
sounds
not
like-
actually that much according to the thing.
Yeah, I think you might be using the more hardcore rules, though, for the thing. The other one has a little bit more forgiving.
Okay.
But I put the three masks in the bag too in case we need them for something.
All right, just swipe them away. Berlin, were you saying
So
something?
everything is in the bag that was left on this thing.
I was just gonna say we robbed the shit out of that beholder.
I mean, you definitely did. The troves are empty. They are just open alcoves. There are a few scattered copper coins that don't actually count towards that total, just for, cosmetic effect of like the little bit that's left that's just scattered on the floor.
They're wooden. That's why they didn't.
They didn't matter. Yeah, they were damaged. Yeah, you Grinched this place, so it's like when the Grinch visits the house and he takes all the presents and there's barely anything left.
Yeah.
At the time that you're done, the mold has completely receded from the walls, and there are sort of drying puddles where they once were. Completely
Anything emerged
liquidated.
from those?
No, just black liquid. Yeah, no longer purple. It's lost its color.
Well, I suppose that mystery being answered will be comforting.
So what are we doing now?
We're killing a lich.
Yeah,
How do you kill a lich?
you start with a fireball.
I don't think it's gonna be that easy, but I appreciate your
You kill a lich
enthusiasm.
the same way that you kill everything else.
You
And
don't
then you
think
kill them again.
you don't think it'll be that easy. She motions at the ceiling. If it isn't evident enough, it has not been easy and will continue not to be easy. But thank you for offering that superfluous information.
Yeah. Brolin rubs his temples.
Well,
Well, what?
She approaches the door.
Oh, yeah, I guess we gotta go through, huh?
That's how doors work.
Oh, okay.
She
I
can
vote.
look
I vote you go first.
All right, she goes first. I'm going to the. Let's see.
Yeah, where are you heading?
She's just gonna start walking and expect people to follow. She's going back to the stairwell, which is not this way. Me, player, is actually confused where she needs to go.
Yeah. Do you guys want to make it back? If you guys want to make it back to the main stairwell together, just put yourselves all on this star.
Surprise, we're dead.
This star. How dare you, you rebel! All right. And you exit right out here.
So what? We've completely cleared this floor, or am I remembering incorrectly?
That should be the last.
Excellent. I start going down the stairs.
All right. You start to make your way down the stairs. Do the rest of you follow?
Might need to take a little bit more caution, but all right.
Caution is
New
for those
Victor
in the
looks
back,
edgier, by
Brolin.
the way.
What'd you say, Alex?
New Victor looks edgier.
Oh yeah.
It's new.
I
Punished Venom Victor.
What's up, chicken? You good?
it carried over my token things from last map. So they were in the wrong spot off in the black. But
okay.
he's fine now.
Okay, cool.
It's good.
All right, let me copy y'all. Ka-chow. And delete y'all.
We're all dead.
No, not yet.
That's one way to end an adventure.
Not yet. I've only gotten one of you. Thus far. Two, technically.
You've story killed me twice, in some ways. But that might have been my fault.
So, let me give you guys a description as you make your way down the stairs. At the bottom of the grand staircase is a resonant mechanical rumbling that emanates from a dark shaft opening up in the center of this chamber's floor. Let me change the music to level 4 music. There we go.
More intense.
Well, actually, it's a little more subtle. I feel like 3 was the most intense. It's kind of hard for me to listen to.
Oh, just saying.
Yeah.
It's level 4 now instead of level 3, so.
That's true. 4 Syndrical stone pedestals surround the shaft in the center of the room, each 10 feet tall, 5 feet wide, and featuring a tiny slot in each of its sides. Squatting atop each pedestal is a large, 4-armed statue of a gargoyle. You would notice, anyone who is looking down during this moment, that each gargoyle is contained on the top of their pedestal within a square made of metallic tiles embedded into the stone. Starting with the northernmost pedestal and going clockwise, the tiles are copper, silver, gold, and platinum.
There is the rest of her resurrection.
There are multiple halls exiting the chamber. Some of them wide, one of them thin.
Were the keys all made of different things? If I'm remembering right.
Just different shapes.
Keys with different shapes. Indeed. Thus far, you have collected. Let me find
Triangle,
it.
square,
Pentagon.
pentagon.
Okay, perfect. Very, very good. Oh, and just some details for this floor. These corridors and chambers are all choked with dust, as if no one has been down here in a very, very long time. Much more so than the other chambers you were in. Here looks almost untouched. The floors are riddled with rubble and bones of the dead. Every once in a while you can see parts of a skull, a femur.
Even the help
cage.
doesn't seem to make it this far down.
Means we're getting closer.
It's also worth noting that there is a slab on the wall of onyx stone with words on it that don't
I could
make
not
any
see it on
sense.
this floor. I was looking for that.
Well, I suppose we will approach that. Where is...
It is here. Right here. They didn't put it on the map for some reason, but it is here. So as you approach the stone, you can see that this balcony that you're still on overlooks the chamber below. But as you approach the stone, the words, as they have before, form out of that alien text and into something that makes more sense. But as they're sort of pushed to the side, you can see the face of your host, Acerak, take form and begin to speak. Death to fire. Dine or drown, precious air and falling sand. The army sleeps in silence. The mirror holds 12. Find the iron scepter's twin. The maze holds the key. And I will post that in chat for y'all.
Well, I know what one of those was about, and I hold up both scepters.
I think I have one, but yeah. Oh boy. This is a lot. We have a ways to go.
Precious air. Falling sand.
Oh, do we have another black image like last time?
Yeah, you
The mirror holds 12. We did because that was all the eyes. Right?
No, that was 10 eyes.
Was it 10?
It's also a floor up. The floors, these haven't interacted with other floors.
So far, okay. How did we grab the iron scepters before this floor if they don't interact between?
Because we came in, this is the T-Rex floor.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, this was our secret
That's right.
infiltration.
So if we cut left, we'll see the disaster we left behind.
Yeah, something like that.
You would see war at the end of the hall, I think. Yeah, you have the light on your side here. What appears to be a large stone door looms at the end of the hallway, but it bears no handles or hinges. Jutting from the wall on either side of the door are two matching bronze sculptures, each the head and neck of a serpent with fangs bared. On the lithnal above the door, inscribed the following message in common: warm like flame, cold for the cruel, still for the dead, gruel for the ghoul.
That is definitely the T-Rex room, by the way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
These are the describers for the statues also at the bottom. So all those words are available to you.
Like flame, cold for the cruel. Still for the dead, gruel for the ghoul. Okay.
Fun.
And can we see down the other hall from here behind us?
Oh yes, it fades into darkness from what you can see.
Right, because I don't have dark vision
From
anymore.
here, I'm looking at
Oh.
Got another
visions.
like 20 feet, and then there's a wall.
Yeah, it's just a wall.
Victor's already worse. Can't see in the dark. It's over.
Seems to be it's a T-junction. It's about this far down.
Brolin,
What?
you're a fan of caution, as it were. Care to cast your eyes
Waiting.
down this hall and let us know if you see anything trap-like?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Throws caution to the wind.
I'm the only one with dark vision now. It's
I
kind
don't
of.
actually see a point in going down the hall. You're going
Oh
down,
wait,
Alexandria.
I have
Wiffle
my
spot.
axe on.
Wiffle
so-
spot.
Doesn't- That's the
There's
door.
there's a door where there's two. What are those two prongs sticking out of the door, out of the walls, Ed?
Yeah, put them into the
Snakes.
Yep, they look to be snakes. They're in chat. So third paragraph
Oh.
up.
So War has his axe on, so we should be able to see all the way down.
Oh yeah.
It comes to a T junction. It doesn't actually.
Cool.
I'm gonna check this corridor for traps. Spidery corridor.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
An amazingly
Yeah.
bad roll for him.
There's a lot of cobwebs, dust and bones on the ground.
No traps. Let's go.
Right.
Okay, it's a T intersection at the end of a spark, and if you'll stop right there for me, I have something to tell you, something to speak to you.
I'm confident.
Did the lighting change for anybody just now?
Yep, I moved.
Yep, it will change to green when you are in dark vision.
Because Warren's got a. Like,
Oh, the tomb looks infinitely creepier with the
dark vision.
haze with dark vision.
Yeah, it's supposed to be for sure because War's light is providing a lot more detail than it would normally. Wiffle Spark, at the T intersection, you see to your left just goes on into darkness and dust, but to your right is something different. A dusty room, a 15-foot square. It is empty, except for one thing. An ornate rectangular mirror mounted on the wall opposite the room's only exit. It shimmers with a dull blue light.
Well, that holds 12.
Whatever that means.
And... Okay. Yes.
So, do we feel like heading down to the danger mirror, or down into darkness?
should we light it up?
Into the darkness, I would wager. Unless we want to start poking around a room.
The mirror might just be a trap. Seemed like a lot of these rooms have had either a purpose, being a tomb, or they're just trap.
So, we going left or right, Wiffle Spark?
I guess we're going not towards the trap?
Right it is.
Then I will check this hall for traps too.
Yeah.
Because I am Valthine now.
Yeah, go ahead and make another investigation check for me. Seems clear, just dust and bones.
Brolin will turn around and say, "Victor, you doing all right?"
I think so.
Yeah. I imagine he comes up to his chest. He lower chest. He pats his legs like, "Yeah, you're gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be good. We're gonna get Valfeed back."
I found a door.
There's a door.
I took like 2 steps and could see a door.
Thank you.
Yeah, don't mention
Let me see something here. Yep, a stone slab blocks the end of the corridor, and painted on the slab is the image of a gaunt male humanoid wearing a hooded cloak. Its face a mask of stars. The figure's withered left hand is raised with palm extended.
Could I run a history or arcana check to identify that figure?
Yes. You can roll either.
Okay.
I will assist.
I think I'm gonna go with arcana. Is it cool with the assist? Do I roll with advantage?
Sure. Yeah, Spark's trying to help you with the history.
I can Arcana assist as well, if you need. Oh, don't need it. Never mind.
Okay. Very interesting. The two of you putting your heads together. I'm not sure where you learned this information. Perhaps in a book, I imagine in the past. Whatever it was, however you came across it, it was dangerous information to acquire. But you have it. This is the image of a... It is of an individual who has completely succumbed to an elder god, an old, ancient being of terrible, terrible power. It is an avatar of one of those nameless gods, and it is a form itself of basically an example of one of their many cultists. But it is one that has completely accepted this elder god into its being, and it acts as simply a hand for it to move. These things usually are heralds for an elder god's arrival into some place, and usually they usually foretell destruction. They are ancient beings. They are terrible messengers, and to look into one starred face, it is said that some people will lose their minds.
So I look back at Alexandria and go, so the mirror?
Yes, the mirror. We are going the other way. she will say as she
Why?
walks up the hallway.
What did you find?
Because I would rather the mirror.
Any reason in particular?
Dark gods.
Because I have never once before seen a door that screamed at me, I will fucking kill you, more than that door did.
Everybody chill right where they are. Don't move their tokens.
Oh no.
We'll do a quick lock.
I
go.
ready a 4th level spell.
Oh my god. Yeah, I just have to ask a few questions. Them being Wifflespark, War, Alexandria. I would like each of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
I apologize. A charisma saving throw.
Can I give
Even better.
I'm gonna
Can
use
I-
my inspiration.
Can I give anybody my inspiration?
I'll
I'd
take
actually
it.
just use mine too.
Okay. I will take Dustin's. I will take yours, Wifflespark. Okay.
Mine too.
I will take Wars, and we will get rid of this one. Accept my steal.
I don't know. You better trade these.
You can't offer something for free and then chain someone to debt afterwards.
Okay.
The U.S. government does it all the time. What are you talking about?
Are you equating yourself to the U.S. government, Brolin?
My guns are as big as the U.S. government. There's a flag.
I just have to do something really quick, and then I'm going to describe what happens here. Okay. We'll do. Okay.
My dog got a good save.
Okay. Beep and beep. Okay, cool. So that's how that's gonna go. So, Alexandria, you begin to step towards the mirror. Brolin, Victor, just barely sort of making their way around the corner. Brolin, when you first turn, Alexandria, you are just stepping towards the mirror. Everything seems normal. But Brolin, and this is unbeknownst to you, Alexandria, Brolin will be the first one with this knowledge. You saw Warren Whifflespark go past you. They're not there anymore.
What? Come again?
Yeah, when you get here, it's just Alexandria approaching the mirror.
I'm a little deaf. What? Where did everyone go? Where's War? Where's Whifflespark?
Brolin.
Is Fenrir still sitting there?
Yeah, let me get Fenrir out here. let me get our boy, cause he's right there. So Fenrir is there,
Fenrir.
and he's just looking around like big eyes, like, oh no.
What happened?
What do you mean what happened? She'll turn around and see that everybody's gone and just sigh.
Roland, what's happening?
Warren Whifflespark disappeared.
Disappeared.
I mean, disappeared. What happened? What did you guys find over here?
The mirror, she'll say, turning back towards it.
Oh, should I look at it? Should I even acknowledge its existence?
I don't know, Brolin. Step over here and find out.
I'm not gonna do that.
You can cast Identify or Detect Magic, correct?
Uh,
I know you can. Please do so to the mirror before anything tragic befalls our friends. I didn't hear any walls shifting or floors dropping out, so the only explanation is a magical one.
detect magic. Can I cast this? Yes. Oh yeah, I have it. All right.
Yes, you do. Please, I'm waiting. As are our friends.
Oh, give me a minute.
You have only a need for 6 seconds, do you not? That's as much time as it takes for you to beseech your god.
Don't have a god.
Then where does your divine magic come from, Brolin?
It's not divine.
Is it?
No, it's actually not.
I thought you were a divine spellcaster because you are a druid.
All right.
So tech magic, range, self, target, so within 30 feet of you. Yes. You, wait a minute. Yeah, you detect magic.
What kind of magic?
The book does not say.
No school.
You are not given a school.
I don't know what school it is, but I detect magic.
Yeah, you know it is magical.
What aura do you detect?
It's not. I don't know. It's not telling me. It's not aberration. It's not necromancy. It's not divination. I don't know. It's nothing.
Weave, give me strength. Victor, I have need for deeper talents.
Well, should I cover my eyes?
I could technically locate a creature. I could locate war.
They are not technically not creatures. Like
They are creatures.
We are
Okay.
creatures, we are not beasts.
Creatures is
all right.
generic term for anything alive.
Hold
cool.
on. Hold
That's
on.
not
Hold on.
plants.
Hold on. I think I know what to do.
Proceed.
And Brolin will concentrate more. This is a level 4 spell he's about to cast. His last one for today, in fact. He will cast Locate Creature. He will locate War.
And it's within 1,000 feet, right? What's the
Yeah,
distance?
describe the name of the creature that is familiar to you. You sense the direction of that creature's location as long as that creature is within 1,000 feet of you.
Yeah. Who?
War.
No.
Ooh.
He's whoever you're looking for is not there.
I don't sense him.
Great. So either
No,
he
this
is
is
transported to a different plane or a considerable distance, or he lied about his name. But of
I don't
course,
think.
he lied about his name.
War.
Who names a Turtle War.
I don't think War would lie about that.
Why wouldn't he?
He doesn't lie.
Because you haven't found him in a lie doesn't mean he doesn't lie.
Why are you talking bad about War? Leave him alone. Anyway, it's 1,000 feet. I can't. He's nowhere near here. Yeah, you're right. He's on a different plane.
I can detect magic, but it will take about 10 minutes. Time we're willing to take.
We've already detected magic, and Brolin can't seem to find any aside from it's everywhere.
No, I can detect Where is this magic, Ed? When I cast detect magic, where is it located?
The mirror.
Just near, around me.
The mirror. The mirror.
Oh, it's detecting.
Okay, so it is the mirror.
It's the mirror, but I can't. I don't know what school it's emitting.
Well, leave it to a Sararak to come up with something we can't detect.
It's probably safe if you do not touch it.
You're the wizard, right? Isn't this what you do?
Yes, I'm running through all the likelihoods. We're slowly getting rid of some of them. I'm doing my job, Brolin. I suggest you focus on yours.
No, I couldn't sense War.
Would you care to touch the mirror?
No.
Who's a good boy? She says, looking to Fenrir.
He just kind of looks up, just like over your corner. Looks just concerned that its little master is no longer around, and just kind of looks.
Go get the mirror.
Was War's doppelganger? I mean, not his doppelganger, but his clone, his shadow clone, is gone too, right?
You don't see it.
It would be.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay, no. I know magic. All right. Fenrir is Whifflespark's familiar. All right. I know there's magic within him that connects to him. Whifflespark isn't dead, because if Whifflespark was dead, Fenrir would just be a pile of scrap.
Yes, Brolin, nobody said they were dead. However, the more we delay in discovering them, the more that likelihood increases.
Now, did any of you touch the mirror?
No, Brolin, none of us have touched the mirror. I was in front, they were behind me.
Did you feel anything?
I felt and noticed nothing. They simply just were not there. It honestly makes me wonder. It seems to have a similar effect as to when we went to the Upside Down. Things were just different.
That is
However,
true, but
I had to make a charisma saving throw, correct? Did I feel a magic come over me and I threw it off? Or
No, you didn't feel anything.
I didn't feel anything. Okay.
You just they were gone. You
But
turned
that doesn't
around and
make-
they were gone.
Wait, no, that does make sense. You might have been you weren't the one in the front though. War was.
No,
What you-
I
no.
was in front.
Oh wait, that doesn't
They
make
were
any
behind
sense.
me. That's why I didn't notice when they vanished until you shouted something.
That doesn't make sense then. If you were the first person to be affected, you would be the one affected, not those two. So what was different?
It depends on the nature of the spell. Obviously, something in an area happened. For whatever reason, it didn't take me with them.
Oh,
I think it is more important to focus on the clue we read before. The mirror holds 12. This is a mirror. I can only assume perhaps it holds 12 things. Where does it hold them? Typically, it would be the astral plane. So whether or not they can breathe in there is another question.
12 people, perhaps. 12? Or is there anything about the mirror that shows 12 anything?
That's actually a good question. Nobody's inspected the mirror as of yet. Now that I'm this close, can I get an accurate description of the mirror, or is it simply just a wall-mounted mirror?
It is actually an ornate mirror. You would see that it has glass, quite beautiful. It's resonating a bit of a blue glow, and a gold frame all the way around its edges, like a filigree. And along that gold frame, you would see at its top and bottom, beautifully embezzled, beautifully embossed. I think that's the right word. Green emeralds on the top and the bottom. And at the very top of the mirror, wreathed in flowers, is a skull. Golden
Wonderful.
skull.
How many emeralds by count?
Just one at the top and one near the bottom. The mirror has many faces, sort of sectioned off between the filigree.
And the faces are...
Well, no faces, just one
there's not
skull.
literally... Okay.
And then your face reflected back at you.
Are you still there?
Yes, I am still here.
So you looked at the mirror and nothing happened.
Yes, I was looking at the mirror for a few seconds before Brolin shouted, and I turned away.
But
It
you
seems...
Do you
it
see
does-
yourself in it?
Yes, I can see my reflection. We can assume that its effect is within 5, 10, 30 feet.
Great.
Since Brolin
Tokens are unlocked.
is
That
fine.
Why
So as
haven't
long
I
as
been
you
in-
don't... Because you have not stepped past Fenrir. That seems to be the area it affects.
So it is not all the way down the hall.
No, it is not.
Roland, do you have some room?
Yeah.
Well, it's very dark in here.
I cast produce flame.
Well,
Just create a little.
hold a moment. Victor is going to kind of swirl his fingers, and dancing lights will come out.
Okay, what's the light range on dancing lights?
It is the range itself is 120 feet, but each light sheds a 10-foot. If I
You can merge them into being a regular light spell, though.
yeah, it's 4 torch-sized lights combine into one, glowing vaguely. Nah, I don't need any forms though.
Do you want a token to move around, or do you want it to be on you? The token is harder for me to make, and I will
Okay,
suffer.
no,
but
that's
you can
okay.
make me
We'll
suffer
put
if
it.
you
We'll
want.
put it on me. I have
Light source is 10 feet, you said?
whichever form you choose. Each light sheds dim light in a 10-foot. So I assume
Dim
combining them.
light.
The combined one gives a bigger light.
It doesn't say anything about that though.
Might be an older
It does.
rule. I'll give you 10. Dimming light, you get a little bit more. Should be able to view a little bit further? No? Let's see here. I think it needs to have, so token emits. Let's do 10.
Here's the description. Alex.
There you go. There's some
Oh
more
yeah,
light
they
for you.
changed it.
There's some more light for you, Victor.
Okay, I step 5 feet into the hallway.
So it's not glowing on here, but should be. Let me see if I can find like a small light for it really quick. Yeah, this one should do. Because it should be glowing, I think. Doesn't say in the book, but it's glowing on the map, so fuck you, game. We'll do 5 and 5. And place that right here. There you go.
Oh. Oh my. So you say past the dog is not good. Hmm.
Correct.
Can I send my lights over to it? I'm concentrating, by the way.
Yes.
He'll merge all three of the lights together and kind of push the. So I have a range of 120 feet on this thing.
Yeah.
Can I dance the light in front of the glass?
Yeah, I'm just gonna copy you.
Okay.
And you're dancing the light, so.
I also would like to summon Fiera.
Okay, yeah. You want to summon Fiera?
Yeah. And I'll have her look at the mirror.
Have her make a charisma saving throw for me.
Cool.
I minimized that folder. Charisma saving throw. Ah, her best stat.
No, nothing happens.
Fuck. Can I have her fly over and touch the mirror with her cute little beak?
Yeah. There's not a lot of area for her to perch on the mirror. Maybe she can like cling to some of the filigree. Sure. And like just tap it.
Yeah.
Yep. You hear it. Tink.
Is
Alright.
there anything about the room you can see different? You're the only one that's close enough at this point.
The room appears to be completely plain looking. I would like to study the room. Do I need to do an investigation or perception check?
What are you looking for?
Any details that stand out aside from it just being the stonework we've become very accustomed to thus far?
Your passive would tell you it is mostly in this room is just the stonework you are accustomed to, the stone motifs, and then the dust and the bones in the ground, which are unique to this level.
She will take out her staff, and she will step into the room, and then continue to step up to the mirror, expecting nothing to happen to her. Do I notice anything in the reflection?
Looking in the reflection, you see your beautiful face. You see your bird. And you kind of move to the side, and you see Fenrir behind you and the glowing orbs.
Fun.
Anything interesting?
The mirror's reflection doesn't seem to give us anything. The room does not have any hold over me.
What about the trim?
Nothing.
Is there anything about the trim that looks familiar?
The only vegetation that this brings to mind is the area we were in further into the temple, the secret, what it felt like secret rooms, but I doubt that's related. Also, they haven't returned yet.
Right, which means either they've been moved or
Perhaps incapacitated.
we're not sure. They're
My son-
definitely not invisible.
Oh, I know. I call Trap into the room.
Yeah, you call Trap into the room?
That guy has the unbridled charisma of a Chipotle enema.
Oh, Chipotle.
Natural 20 charisma
God.
save. Watch it.
I mean, my fucking bird has a -2. I don't know how she rolled that high. Fucking 19. Does he need to make a save?
Yeah, give me a save for him.
Okay.
You call him into the room, and he's not there anymore.
All right. I imagine since Brolin and Victor are observing now, they see him just simply
He
blip out.
he vanishes, as if it was kind of like an invisibility spell.
Oh.
I tried to do that with Fiera here, but she's just so fucking cute and charismatic, aren't you? She will pet the bird.
Do you feel your connection to him still? Or
Do
is it
I?
gone for good?
I think I think um, with the raise undead, they're kind of on their own a little bit, but you just command them. I don't know if you have like a direct magical connection other than that they know you're its master.
I think I guess I'm wondering,
But you tell me if you
would I know? I'm looking up the spell right now just to be
yeah,
sure.
go for it.
But would I know if they died? You know?
I'll leave
Like,
that up to you.
Well, I'm doing research at the moment, so I'll get back to you
Okay.
if it indicates in any way.
Okay.
You said there was an emerald at the top and the bottom? And
Yeah,
a
a
skull
green
at the
emerald
top.
on the top and the bottom.
And a skull at the top. What the?
Can I touch the emeralds? The
Yeah.
one at the top.
Yeah.
Can I press it?
Move to press it. Seems pretty sturdy. Doesn't seem to have any like further
Can
functionality to it.
Can I do the same with the bottom?
Also sturdy. Part of the filigree in the mirror.
Can they be removed? Do they feel like they're socketed?
They definitely feel like they're socketed, but I think with some time and energy, you could try to remove them. Yeah, just like a knife and like actually trying to pry them out of the socket.
All right. Is the skull with all the cool plants growing around it? Could I reach that?
Yeah. Top. It's top of the mirror. You could.
Okay. I take both my hands. I take my thumbs and I jam them in the eye socket and just really work them in there.
Really work them in there. Yeah, you can feel like you can feel like touching some dust and cobwebs. Like you really jam them in there. It's a kind of a smaller skull, probably belonged to a child, you imagine. And so as you're like putting your,
it's a literal skull, not like.
it looks. And the minute you touch it, it's definitely not metal. It's painted gold.
Oh. She wouldn't give a fuck. She doesn't anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you dig your thumbs in there. They hit the back fairly quickly of the cavity that holds the eye, and you just get dust on your thumbs. Yeah, dust and cobwebs.
Can you identify the mirror? See what it does. You have to touch it, correct?
I believe with that I have to attune to the object. So if it's not something I can attune to, it won't offer us any more information.
To identify? I think you can just identify things, right?
It's a
You can
touch-free
identify
skull.
anything, and you can get just the history of that object,
It's true. If we
even if it's not magical.
And you can ritual cast that, so you don't need to burn a slot, right?
Well, it does need to be magical. If it's a magic item or some other magic object, you learn its properties and how to use them. Oh, whether it requires attunement to use and how many charges. Oh, okay, so for some reason I thought I had to attune. So,
Definitely, like, pat the mirror down, right, for 10 minutes.
I mean, yeah, I'll do that while everybody tries to figure stuff out as well.
I would do it myself, but I can't enter the range.
So,
I'm done for 10 minutes.
so you said you can tell your zombie's still alive, but active.
You make a call on that, Alexandria. I don't know how you feel about it.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
There's nothing in there that indicates I have any sensory information about them.
Gotcha. So Alexandra begins her ritual. You are casting
You
Identify?
said-
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
You said you detected magic in here. Was it the room, or just the mirror?
It's technically still active. Is it coming from the mirror?
Lasts for a minute. It'd be. Oh, right, no, that was the dancing lights lasts for a minute. But if it's is it a cantrip? Yeah, you can just keep that going.
Yeah, I'm just concentrating on it.
Detect magic is 10 minutes, so yeah, that would still be around. But we'll be gone by the time Alexandria is done with her thing. So yeah, it's just the mirror
Yeah, it's just the mirror.
and objects on
Yeah.
you and there. You
Mm.
would notice talking to Victor, there is an aura of magic around his head.
Oh God, you're glowing up. Your head's glowing. Ooh, what kind of magic is it?
1 second. Yeah, No one's done this yet, so this is interesting. Let me just see here. Conjuration.
You got some pretty powerful conjuration magic on your head there, Victor.
I've got several abilities.
Oh. You know, I'm not one to judge.
I don't
You're
believe in
focusing
looking-
on the wrong thing again, Brolin.
I was just going to say I don't believe looking at a wizard and telling him they are magical is going to draw any conclusions.
It makes me feel better.
We're not trying to make you feel better. That isn't the
Too-
focus of
too-
our efforts right now.
Too bad it's can't be stopped.
Now I'm stuck here with you two that argue all the time.
I'm not arguing.
Then nice, Victor.
What?
You're on it.
Oh, you're on our bad side. You're not gonna like that.
Right.
So, anything happened between Victor and Brolin during the 10-minute identification ritual?
I love that, Brolin. You're not gonna like that.
I don't know, Victor. What do you think? Have you ever seen anything like this? It's almost like they teleported, but I don't
And,
get what.
Talking to Brolin, he's kind of, we're playing detective, rubber ducky, programming, debug together.
Mhm.
Can I make an Arcana check? Has he seen something like this before? Does he understand the effect that has been applied, or the source where it's come from, or
Go ahead.
maybe the type of spell?
Yeah, you can make an Arcana check.
Sure.
By the time that's sort of done with your back and forth detective work, Alexandria will have finished. 20. Brolin was helping you, right?
Oh, if she. Yeah,
Do you have Arcana proficient, Brolin?
I don't, but I believe I could give some form of bonus. God, that'd be hilarious if I actually had Arcana. No, but I have a +1 to it.
It's fine. You contribute cosmetically then to this. Back and
just
forth.
talking off each other.
Talking
Just
off each
thinking.
other. It's obvious that Brolin doesn't have any knowledge of the arcane, more nature based in his spells. You're still able to get some information to come to a conclusion, Victor. 20. You have heard tales of powerful magical items with vicious consequences to those who attempt to steal them. You have heard a tale of a wizard, probably from a very long time ago, who at one point, to avoid losing a lockbox that had been stolen multiple times from him, because it was rumored that he kept his his spell book within, and people wanted the archmage's spell book, and it was stolen so many times that he cursed the object that anyone who touches it would become a tiny little doll inside of it, for an infinite period of time, being thrown into stasis. There are other sort of vicious magical traps and contraptions that exist in the world that you've seen before of different kinds. They're usually used as a security measure.
He would wait for Alexandria to finish.
Yeah.
He's not going to interrupt a ritual.
You come to that conclusion, and as you do within that same amount of time of you and Brolin discussing, Alexandria not being distracted as there are only whispers in the hall, you finish your identification, and I can show you the object because you know its name. That's what it looks like.
Oh,
So,
Oh, it's so pretty.
I know. Here are the things that you know, Alexandria. You know that there are 12 slots, let's call them, inside of this mirror.
Figures.
You know that each slot can house a single creature. You know that looking into the mirror is what causes individuals to become trapped within. You must have just subconsciously been able to resist its magical effect. Unfortunately, Warren Whifflespark seemed to have not been so, including your zombie, were not so fortunate.
Makes sense. Magic cannot hold sway over me so easily.
2 words come to your mind. The word Kamara. You know that this word will deactivate or reactivate the mirror. Deactivating it will just make its effect stop. Nothing else. And reactivating it will make its effect appear again. So that I'll put that in chat for you to know, since that knowledge enters your head as you finish casting the spell. You know a second word. Blackfire. You know that speaking this word, along with a number from 1 to 12, will free 1 creature within.
Excellent. And if I deactivate the mirror, do I know that it will preserve the life within, or will it snuff it?
You know that all those within are succumbed or are subject to a terrible fate. They are locked in stasis, but a conscious one. They do not age. They do not need food. They do not need water. They do not need air. But their consciousness remains. And they live in an empty void.
If I deactivate the mirror, or are they not conscious right now while it's active?
Deactivating the mirror, the only effect that has is it will not, anyone looking into the mirror will not be taken in, but it will not affect those within the mirror.
Okay, cool. And activating it again, will that force the check again? Or do I know that, like, being stronger than it means it just won't pull you in at all?
Let me see here.
So I turn the mirror off and turn it back on, and then I have to make the check again?
Turn off and turn it back on again.
I'm also assuming it's full, because it didn't take me.
You think that you have time before the mirror's arcane magics would try to trick you again.
Okay. That's very typical.
If you like, it's not gonna be full because it didn't take you, right?
I'm metagaming that because I rolled lower.
Oh, okay.
So,
that makes sense. I was just making sure.
yeah, because I think you rolled a 16 and I rolled a 15. So, I'm assuming it
I
was.
rolled a 5.
Oh,
And I
well,
rolled
that
an
was
8.
Whifflespark.
Fenrir rolled the 16.
Oh, what? I thought.
Fenrir saved. That's why he's still there.
I know you rolled for Fenrir, but I would not ask a roll of Fenrir.
Okay.
I mean, makes sense. He's a construct. He doesn't have a soul to relocate. So Brolin should be fine.
Okay.
Right. So, I've learned a few things.
What did you find?
Well, I know there's a word I really shouldn't say, and then there's a word that we need to start rapid fire spamming.
Or that you shouldn't say. What do you mean?
It'll turn the mirror off and damn them to suffering.
They're already damned to it.
I mean,
yeah. But go ahead. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. If I turn it off, that just means I'm just locking them in this place until it's turned back on.
That's true.
So yes, unfortunately, they have been suffering for probably half an hour now. Here's the gist: if we want them out, or I guess whomever, needs to speak a passphrase with a number, and it will release the person or thing sealed into that slot. The mirror holds 12 after all.
You may only get to use that once. Just as a heads up.
I don't think we will only get to use it once.
I did
because...
say one creature.
Your identify spell revealed to you that you can say the command word Blackfire followed by a number, and it will release that slot. There was nothing about anything else. It just says you can do that. It didn't say once. it is probably something that is repeatable. In fact, you would know it is.
Yeah, it would run contrary to the purpose of the device to only be able to free one thing, and then it's useless after it's captured 12 things.
Right, so you should turn the mirror off so that when you let them out.
You would know it is not useless after 12 things. If the mirror is full, which you
No. What I'm saying is, if we could only pull one person out, then that would make the mirror useless after capturing 13 things.
Okay.
So
understood.
that's what I was just going through. Anyways, also don't look at the mirror.
Just to confirm, because I'm not 100% sure I followed you. Just so you understand, because you cast the Identify spell, it has 12 slots. Mm-hmm. If they are full, which you don't have knowledge of the numbers of what ones are empty and what ones are full and what's in what. You have none of that knowledge. But you do know that if it were full, and something else was to look into the mirror, it would simply take its place and they would swap. So something would exit and something would go in.
I did not know that part.
That is something that is knowledge you should have.
That's interesting. So it is not full because nothing came out. Which means definitely don't look at the mirror. Alright? Nobody look at it. If I deactivate the mirror, can I still use the other word to bring things out?
No. It needs to be active.
Okay. So it needs to be active. Nobody can look at the fucking mirror. Cool. So if we position ourselves with our backs to the... Well, it doesn't matter for me, but say Brolin and Victor, if their backs were in the corners next to the mirror on the north and south wall, would they theoretically be able to fight uninhibited?
If they're trying to not look at something and that's the thing they're fighting, then they get disadvantage. If they're like with the what are the Medusas, you get disadvantage if you're trying to not look at a Medusa and fight it. So if the thing they're trying to look at and fight is the thing they're trying to avoid eye contact with, they'll have problems.
Yeah, I was thinking that, so I was trying to avoid it because I'm assuming whatever comes out of the mirror would be where Shadow Victor is standing right now. And if they were standing here with their backs to the wall that the mirror is on, it wouldn't be in their 180 peripheral vision. So I'm thinking, would that be okay?
I mean, as long as they're not looking in the mirror, that's the thing. And at any point that I would say if you're trying to do anything in that room while diverting your eyes from an entire wall effectively, unless you are like you are right there, Alexandria, like it's kind of wishy-washy. I'll say in general, if you're in that room trying to avoid eye contact, I'm just gonna give a blanket disadvantage because it's too hard to where's my back facing, because we don't have token markers for who's looking where and what direction. But if you're out here in this hall and you're trying to avoid it, I don't think it's as big
Still a better situation than fighting in the hallway is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to take off my cloak. I'm going to put it over the mirror.
Yeah, you want to just put it over the mirror?
And we are going to try using the summon word and see what happens.
Oh wait a minute.
Are you putting your cloak over the mirror? Is that already done? Or?
Well, he's saying wait a minute.
Then go ahead.
Say I'm halfway.
Yeah, halfway. Go ahead.
Wait, you can put the cloak on there, but I just thought of something. I know this part of the tomb is pretty dusty, but there's a risk we could be letting something out that isn't necessarily friendly to us.
She gives him the biggest "Are you fucking kidding me? Of course I knew that" look she has ever given him. Brolin,
how come you didn't voice that concern?
Brolin,
Alexandria.
Perhaps the reason why I'm covering the mirror is so that should fighting ensue, it would be easy to combat things without risking looking at the mirror. Are the dots connecting?
He's just
My
glaring
stature challenged companion.
The best thing is you're yelling down this hall between two people. It's great. Victor's in the middle.
Anyways, I put the cloak over the mirror.
Yep, the light goes out. It's dimmed, behind it. The blue
And
light.
then I make a tight turn on my heels and stamp my feet together as I clap my hands and go, right. So here's what's going to happen. I am going to speak a word and a number. Something is going to come out of that mirror. Hopefully it's our friends, or perhaps it will be someone else. Maybe, if we're lucky, it'll be a member of that yellow company, whatever. Or it'll be something that wants to eat us. In the likelihood it's the third option, we will kill it and then proceed to say a different word.
I would still start from 12.
Yes, the plan is to start from 12 and go down. Unless, of course, they thought 1 to be the top of this font of captured souls, in which case
Or the sword
we're
is
working from
completely
there.
random between 12. We have no way to know.
It's true. Perhaps there's a dice roll that decides which way they are positioned in this series of 12. Either way, it's going to be an adventure. Are we
breaking
prepared?
the fourth wall right now?
You should, I'm gonna break the fourth wall and say you should start at 11 because 12 is your zombie. If it's not
it's
full
top
yet,
button?
right?
Yeah.
Well, I would want my zombie.
It's not limited use. It's just going to count down until we get you all back and then turn it off, right? So I mean,
Yeah.
we in theory should be good.
There is nothing I've learned about this that indicates that it is limited in any way. And if this is how we lose any of our characters, I do apologize. Are we all in agreement as to how we should proceed? The mirror is covered.
How big is this hallway?
You got.
Aren't you standing in
like
it?
5 feet? 5 foot squares. How
Alright.
tall are the ceilings? You asking?
Mm.
8 feet. Any chamber is 12. Other than this one, which I think is smaller because it's
All right.
smaller.
Victor, I'm getting in front of you.
All right, I will.
You
step back
too,
in.
Alexandria. I gotta enjoy this.
Yep.
Roland's stretching.
Do not do anything yet.
I'm
God
leaving
forbid. Go
I'm
ahead.
leaving the globes in the room so that we can at least see what the fuck pops out of there, because I have no dark vision. So.
Oh, well, if that will be an issue, I will walk over.
I just discovered a piece of information that you will want to know.
I do want to know.
While within 5 feet of the mirror, you can
Oh.
use an action to speak the name of one creature trapped within it, or call out a particular cell number. The creature named or contained in the named cell appears as an image on the mirror's surface. You and the creature can communicate normally.
Oh,
That is very important information.
It is. I was just reading over the actual thing versus the book, and I just want to make sure that you have what you need from Identify.
cool.
That changes the game a little bit.
Avert your eyes, everyone. I'm taking the cloak down.
All right, all right.
I avert my eyes.
Victor turns around completely.
I take the cloak down with a flourish. I stare at the mirror, and I calmly say, "War."
War, the last hour has been torturous. You have wanted to speak, wanted to move, wanted to do anything, and you were imprisoned. Those minutes that passed felt like days. And you feel just a glimmer of light hit your face, and before you, as your eyes sort of blink open, or even if they were open, start to finally see something that isn't just dark void. You see Alexandria's face, and you feel as though you could speak.
Hello, War. I'm not entirely sure you can speak to me, but I'm going to speak to you. And in fact, you being able to talk isn't really important to this exchange. I'm letting you know that you have been trapped in a mirror.
I know I've been trapped in a mirror. How long has it been?
Oh, it's only been 15 minutes, give or take.
Yeah.
Right, so any further conversation isn't really important. I'm just calling to let you know the situation in case you were curious, and we are going to try and get you out. We have a way to do that. If nothing happens, we failed. And I just want you to know that our souls will scream into oblivion as we're consumed by this monster, and you get to be trapped in a mirror until someone finds you. I will leave it up to you to decide which fate is worse. And then I say, Whiffle Spark.
War, you go back to the darkness. Whiffle Spark.
Also, I also squeeze out. Also, I'm sorry for damning you back to oblivion.
And it's
Whiffle
gone.
Spark.
Whiffle Spark, you have had a similar experience of just nothingness, and boredom has set in. But what feels like days later, something finally happens. Your eyes perceive something before them, and it's like seeing just a beautiful landscape all at once after you've been shut inside for years. And it's just Alexandria's face.
Took
Do you
you long
feel the ability to speak?
I believe you know as well as I do that it was Brolin who made it take this long. Anyways, you've been trapped in a mirror. We are going to get you out. If we fail, and it feels like, nothing is changing, then I just want you to know that we've all gone to meet our makers and are screaming into the maws of a beast, and you will be trapped in here forever. Or until somebody decides to let you out. Probably a Sarac, to then feed you to said beast. But
Don't worry, you can take a couple more nights rest.
right. Well, we're going to try and get you out now. Out of curiosity, probably should have asked War this question. Do you happen to have any indication what cell number you're in by chance?
You don't, Whiffle Spark. You've just been in the dark.
I want you to concentrate very hard on the torturous existence of the last few hours and days.
Do we hear her saying all this bullshit?
Yeah,
outside here?
you do.
Does any of it feel like a number?
Valfine, your
You
bedside.
could call out the numbers, right?
It's Victor now.
So-
That was the other option.
That's
was
true.
instead of a
Spark
name,
goes
call out numbers.
probably number one and flips you off.
Okay.
Alexandria, your
You're right,
bedside
you're-
manner.
Thank you for that, Jacob. I hadn't thought about that. I will call out
Yep.
Black Flame 1.
Okay, Black Flame 1. As you say those words.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait.
you
No.
hear-
You could just call the numbers out on the mirror.
Oh, what
No,
have
no,
you
no, no.
done?
Wait a minute.
You hear a
wasn't-
voice behind you.
No,
No,
that was
hold
actually the wrong word, so we're good.
It was the right word.
No,
No,
it wasn't. He said Black Flame.
He said Blackfire. We can go back
no,
on the
I
tape.
said Black Flame.
He did say Black Flame.
I said it wrong.
Okay. I'll give it to you, boys. I'll give it to you.
All
You,
right,
you go to
so
say it, and you're like, oh no.
player mistake aside.
Okay.
At last, after 10,000 years,
Player-
I'm free.
That was almost the worst fucking mistake.
Will bow down to his master.
I'll give it to you.
So I don't say Black Flame. I just say the number.
Yes.
To view the number.
Yep.
Alright.
You see, as the mirror sort of turns before you, a face appears. You see, definitely a Chelton of sorts, but they have on them all these sort of earrings and piercings that sort of line their face, and you sort of see them very much just their profile, and their bust, and they just. And he just looks out at you, and it's a human. And he says, "Who are you?"
Does he say that in common?
He says it in Old Omnuan, which you understand.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I think Alexandria
I
is
do
one of
not.
the few
You
people who
don't?
does not.
So Brolin understands it.
What does he say?
Yeah, to you, you just hear the Old Omnuan language and are unable to make anything. But for Brolin, you hear, you hear, who are you to come and save me?
That's old Omnuan.
Yes, I recognize it's old Omnuan. I say over my shoulder. What did he say?
He's like, who are you? Have you come to save me?
Please, I must know what has happened to Omu.
Who are you?
Berlin.
You say in Old Omnuan?
Yeah.
I am a Tom, the merchant. You can have whatever you want from me, my wares, my empire, all of it.
A Tom the Merchant. Do I know who that is?
No.
Is that like from a fable?
No.
He's from when this city was actually a city, so I doubt any of that matters.
He's the fucking king of oh god.
He's like, you could have my whole empire. It's literally like a rent-a-cart shop on a corner.
He's
worthless.
So he's looking at your face, Alexandria, but hearing Brolin's voice and probably a little like not understanding, but you hear him say, "Have you escaped the wrath of the Lich?"
No.
Tell him we will try and get him out.
We're gonna try to get you out.
Please.
I say two before he says anything else.
It has been eternity.
Mm-hmm.
He said two before anyone else can say anything else.
You say two?
I said
He's
two.
yeah, he nearly please. And he's gone. And
so
you see
potentially one.
forming before you the profile and the face as it turns to see its master, your zombie.
Ah, Blackfire 2.
As you say that, you see your zombie return once more and just sort of turn towards you.
I pat him on the head comfortingly. So, does he immediately go back in the mirror?
Oh, because
Or
he's
does he
looking
need to make a
towards it?
charisma save?
No, he's fine.
Okay, so that tells us that. 3.
3. Nothing. It's empty.
4.
You see forming before you a great creature, muscular and the head of an ox, horns twisting out, and it looks over to you. Is it you who trapped me here? And you hear this in Old Omnuan, Brolin.
Oh, no.
Where is Lucanu?
Lucanu? I don't know who that is.
Don't waste times with questions. Just ask him if his freedom is worth peace. If he promises not to hurt anybody, we will let him out.
If you promise not to hurt any of us, we're gonna let you out.
You are not Lucanu. I do not answer to you. You will free me, or you will die.
Yeah, he said if you will free me or you will die, which is probably not the best answer. You probably could have. If this were a little nicer, man, we probably would have let you out.
Okay. Tell him, cool. Thanks for the info.
Thanks for the info.
5.
Bye.
It's gone. And 5, you're saying the word 5 to see like what's in there.
Yeah.
You see your friend Whifflespark. Whifflespark, it's been another like day, 2 days,
Oh, no.
and there's Alexandria again. But you're still trapped.
I was joking about taking a nap. You realize, right?
Time dilation doesn't matter. Blackfire 5.
And you see Whifflespark once again before you.
Find war yet?
Fenrir runs into the room immediately, happy to see you.
We know that he's in the mirror. We're currently cycling through all the cells to figure out where people are. 7? Oh wait, no, 6 is next.
You see a creature come before you, its eyes open, its face elongated, its hair sort of matted, its skin and flesh green with boils, and its teeth, as its mouth opens, are sharpened to a point. Is all you get through the other side is just this rage.
Alright. Well, you get one shot at this. If you speak common, convince me to let you out.
just gnashing.
Good for you, 7.
Well, this was death roulette, is what this mirror is.
7.
Oh man.
You see the face of a drow fill the mirror.
It's Warden.
It's true, it's
No, it's Drew Warden.
takes immediately takes shape. Mistress speaks in what languages do you know?
Let's see. Whoops, I don't need to roll. Common, Celestial, Draconic.
Draconic. It'll run through the languages until your face shows recognition very quickly before you hear the words mistress. And it says, "You can understand me. Good. My name is Claude Zolbrius. I live to serve."
Charming and surprisingly composed, given the circumstances. 8.
Fades.
Oh.
You see another form, a male human, definitely looks the adventurer type, very Flynn Rider. So he just sort of opens his eyes. Oh,
Do you speak common?
course I do, gorgeous. Oh,
I don't care for you.
oh, sorry. No offense. You see, he has a like a bandana around his neck. It's yellow, and he says, "Oh, it's been a while since I've been able to speak, been able to breathe, able to do much of anything."
Yellow banner. You.
You
Reach
know
up and rip off the yellow banner from the Dragonborn zombie.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks over to the zombie who, just a second, let me get this name really quick.
He's a skeleton.
I swear we found him like that.
I know, let me get this, let me just quickly get this
Oh god.
name.
I just realized what's going on.
Okay.
Oh god.
This is going to be interesting.
After thousands of years,
Captain, no!
he did.
Well, we don't know how long he's been in here, but probably a
Feels
while.
like thousands for him.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay, let's see just who this was. Let me get this name because I don't have the original name of this group. Let me see here.
That's fucking great.
Oh, yeah, he looks over.
Dad?
Sefarius. Oh, dear. You didn't fare well, did you, friend?
Yeah, we have bad news about Zefarius. Listen, do you want out?
Oh, please. I owe you a great debt if you save me from this. I can't remember the last time I spoke words or felt anything. Like I've been sleeping for 1,000 years. Please, my name...
there for like a week.
My name...
If it felt like you were sleeping, you got the easy end of the bargain.
One second. Let me grab. I minimize this. Yep. He says, "The name's Biff Longsteel. At your service."
Well.
Spark snickers a little bit at the name.
Adventurer extraordinaire.
That's great for you. We will see about getting you out. It might take a little while. Time dilates.
Did Samuel
I'm
Dren send you? How is he?
Oh, he's dead.
Oh. And his face just sort of drops like...
Alexandra, you're your bedside manner. Someone needs to hug you.
I'm not going to lie to him.
I'd rather know, personally, thank you. You said you tried to free me.
Yes, we're going to see about that. I'm going to cut off communications now. There's someone
What?
we need to
Wait, no,
find.
wait!
Bye. 9.
I nudge Victor and go, "Who the hell's Samuel Dren?"
He doesn't matter. He's dead.
Yep.
I have no idea.
You see
Well, he's
a...
dead, so probably not important.
You see a statue, still as stone, of a gargoyle.
Well, that raises some questions about the constructs. 10.
10. You see war. War. It has been a few days, but Alexandria's face once again returns, and you gain the ability to speak, to breathe, to feel.
Hey, now listen, I know it's going to seem like we left you. I promise we didn't. Time dilation. You know how that works. Anyways, we got you now. You're free. Blackfire. Oh god, what number was this? You know what? 10? Still war.
War appears next to you.
Alright, good. It was 10. Blackfire 10.
Nope, he appears. Back into the room. Both you and Whifflespark, though Whifflespark may be hiding it, I don't know. In the situation, you tell me. It is utterly just sensatory, like all at you at once.
Overwhelming.
Of just seeing everything, and it will take a few minutes to readjust.
Now, gentlemen, I would suggest you step around the corner.
Yes, there's a couple individuals who seem to be wrongfully imprisoned. We are going to let them out as well.
Whifflespark is super amazingly grumpy.
We just freed you. Why are you so upset?
Roland, you're going to do us all a favor, and you're going to lower your voice, and you are not going to talk to them unless they talk to you first.
Why are there 2 Victors?
I am dancing lights in front of the mirror.
War is like all Ken War says like, why are there 2?
What are there two? What happened while I was gone for
War,
many days?
Those are just lights.
For perspective, it's
Technically,
been...
I can combine them all to form a generally humanoid figure, so potentially.
You have only been in the mirror for, I would say, 20 minutes, each of you, but each of those minutes did feel like a day.
War's gonna sit down on the ground there and say, "How long was I in there?"
You were only gone about 20 minutes or so.
Oh.
Put in perspective, is like a third of your adventure so far.
I'm going to reach.
Yeah, I've known these people only 3 times that amount of time.
Yep.
I'm going to reach into my robes and pull out a very closely kept treasure, a flask of the last tej that I have.
Okay.
I'll walk over and I'm going to hand it to War without saying anything, and then I'm going to head back to the mirror.
Okay. A
War
drink
still
is
have
in
like
your
a
hand.
gallon of that stuff.
8 casks somewhere.
Somewhere. My God.
I hope that kind of takes away from the.
You mean...
You know what? It still
10
meant something.
casks now. 9 casks now.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Whifflespark and War are getting drunk now, apparently.
I walk over to the mirror and say 11.
11. You see the face of a very built human woman. Her skin is definitely like a very tanned, and there are tattoos, white tattoos across them. She looks to be Chultan. In fact, just the symbolism on her arms seems very akin to the symbolism you saw in some of the stonework in the city above. She has a haircut. The side of her head is buzzed completely down, like half bald, and it sort of comes down in sort of a very long black hair on one side. She has armor, sort of like a vest of armor on, like scaled armor. Definitely looks to be like dragon scales of a kind. And her arms are free on either side of any cloth, and you can see her huge muscles and the tattoos. On her back is an ornate golden axe. And she opens her eyes and looks at you, these deep emerald green eyes. She says, "And who are you?" And it's in Old Omnuan. "It has been long since I have seen a face."
Berlin, could you tell her friends if you need them, freedom if you want it?
Hi. So, if you promise not to hurt any of us and get along, we'll let you out.
Are you friends or enemies?
Yes, Berlin, did you stick to the script? I feel like you didn't.
You don't know. He's speaking in Old Omnuan.
Just let me
Yeah.
talk. Just let me talk. I go. That depends. What are your thoughts on liches?
I stand with Queen Napaka in defense of our city.
All right, you're a good one. All right. Yeah, she's good. You can let her out.
She looks and she
Tell
says,
her we are going to try and get her out.
"Where
It may
is
take a
Zol?"
minute.
Go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
Where is Zol? I don't know who Zol is.
My Minotaur companion.
Oh, Alexandria. Apparently, the Minotaur. She's friends with the Minotaur.
Excellent bit of information, very useful. Please tell her what I said to tell her.
I did. If she's gonna
No.
be,
I don't think you did. That look on her face, that she asked a question. You know what? You know what? 12.
What?
Sharp voice fades. You hear a sound through the mirror as you see the face of an insect about this big, and you hear.
No.
I'm
It
going to
is.
be completely honest with all of you. Its lifespan is this thing has lived longer than any bug ever will.
It's like a giant mosquito, by the way. Go ahead.
Oh, a
Oh,
giant
no.
mosquito?
It's like
no.
it's like this. It's like big as a frog kind of thing, as big as
Oh.
big mosquito.
No.
Potentially nice intro fight for like the rest. Cool. That's great. All right. I'm going to turn to the rest of the party and say there are individuals trapped in the mirror that I would like to free because they do not belong there. There are also individuals in that mirror that I would like to kill because I hunger for knowledge and power, and their deaths will fuel such things. So,
Is it the bug? Do you want to kill the bug?
I absolutely want to kill the bug. I also want to kill the thing with a lot of teeth.
Thing with a lot.
How
Oh,
is that gonna help you learn things? Killing things?
By ripping through the weave and strengthening my bond to it, I can cast more powerful magic. Unfortunately, casting Fireball at a wall doesn't really have the same effect.
You don't learn anything from that. Is the problem? You need to see how things burn.
It's very similar, War, into how you become stronger by swinging your axe every day. Doing so certainly strengthens your muscles, but fighting an opponent helps you learn how to swing your axe. Hopefully I don't have to describe that to you again. I feel like you're smart enough to understand.
Yeah, he's gonna, at you mentioning that, look down to his belt, and, or I guess he probably would have had it in his hand when he started, but like, look down at the axe again, and then like take a couple of swings
Yeah.
at the air.
I feel like your
because it
muscles
feels
haven't
weird.
moved, in a long time. It's like jelly.
You know how being inside that mirror felt like an eternity? Being outside it felt like an eternity.
Don't know if you understand what you just said.
I had to listen to them argue the entire time.
20 days.
Almost.
Each minute felt like a day for me.
Have you been to Cataract yet?
I'm going to turn away from the group and I'm going to say 9.
Just 9, like just the number.
To the mirror, yeah.
Yep. You see the statue again. in the
Wait,
mirror.
I thought 9 was the dude. Is he 10?
Which dude are you talking about?
The
Biff?
Flint Rider type.
The what?
Oh, I
Flynn
think
Rider
he
does.
was
8, right?
8.
Because
Yeah, 8 was the yellow banner guy.
Okay. 8.
Yeah, you see that come up again. Oh, lords, I thought you left. I was starting to get dizzy again. Time started slipping away.
No, still here. We're going to let you out.
Oh, thank the gods, please. It's been so long. I can help
Yeah.
you. You're still in the
Just-
tomb, right? We're in the tomb?
Unfortunately.
Alright. Alright. Did you find the soulmonger?
Working on it. Blackfire 8.
Yep. Blackfire 8. You see before you, and he just sort of collapses a bit to the ground as he's standing to his knees a little slowly. This individual. Let me edit something real quick. There we go, because he doesn't have a name. Now he has a name. Cool. And he immediately sort of sits down. Oh, Lord, I'm back. Oh, and he sort of like puts an arm on the skeleton of his previous companion, whose name I'm gonna have to write down because he'll Silithus, yeah, says, "Oh, Silithus, we made it. Oh, we made it, lad. You and me, last remaining members of, mostly me, last remaining members of, Company Yellow Banner, for the most part. Hello, all of you and your beautiful faces. My name's Biff. Bliff. Or Biff. You can call me whatever. Doesn't matter to me. Biff Longsteel. God, it feels like it's been an eternity. What year is it?
It's
Well,
probably only been a few months.
Is it 14?
yeah,
I can't
Months.
remember.
Months.
yeah. Don't worry. It hasn't been a year at most.
1562.
Did Samuel Dren send you?
Yeah, technically,
Yeah.
I guess.
Funny enough, he sent us to look for you.
Oh, bless his soul, dead or alive. I knew he'd come and save us. He said he would. In case we were. Anything happened, a second group would be back to help us. Oh, I barely hung on to that. God, the memories are all flooding back. Oh,
Feel
dear.
free to take some time.
You seen
We're
a,
in
a dwarf, a short fellow, a shield. Looks like that one. Oh. He's just... he goes, okay. All right, he starts going like down the list. Oh, a funny fellow. He's got a goat face, carries a staff around, a bit of a wise guy.
Oh.
I,
Dead too.
He's
kind
no
of like
longer-
that one. He says, pointing to my staff that I'm holding.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
Fools. Poor fools. Oh, and he starts counting. He says, oh, what about Lord Brixton? Is a paladin still alive?
Oh.
Yeah, he fared the worst, I'm afraid.
Oh, no.
He was gooey.
Speaking of,
something.
I'm going to have to ask you about his sprite companion locked in a
Lathander.
lantern at some time.
You have the lantern!
I?
Tears start to run down his face. Please, can I see it?
Maybe in a little bit.
Says, you don't understand. She was everything to our quest. We're trying to free her soul. She's the last living member other than myself of my company. Please, can I see her? Is she still there?
She'll reach into her belongings to fetch out the lantern and hold it out for him.
Yeah,
I completely forgot about this.
yeah, he makes his way. He makes his way up. I have to just quickly get a thing or two here to make sure I'm accurate, because it has been a while since this as well. Okay, let's get this. Okay, he comes up. Starfallen, do you hear me? And there's a little like on the outside. Just hears a twinkle bell sound. Just like ding, like a Tinkerbell sound, like you just hear the like ding, like it's like a bell. And he says, "I'm so sorry we lost you. We found you again. You remember me, right? You remember me?" And after a few moments, he says, "I'm the funny one. Yeah, you remember me, Biff." And it's just a conversation that goes on for a little bit between the two. That's mostly just lighthearted reminiscing and him giving her information. Just, it's unfortunate I'm the last one left. But we're going to save them all. We're going to do it. I promise you.
I'm going to hold the lantern at arm's length, and turn my head, because that conversation is boring the hell out of her.
Okay.
To Brolin and say, Brolin,
What?
I just need you to pay attention, darling. Listen, you're going to go up to the mirror, and you are going... because I do not remember, but my character certainly would, the cell number of the Omnuan warrior chick.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Who is absolutely gorgeous and intimidating at the same time.
Yes, she's both of those things.
11. We are going to free her. She is in cell 11. You need to speak Blackfire and the number in that order to get her out.
Okay. All right.
I do recommend...
You do know that Brolin will have to look into the mirror to do that.
Fuck. All right. Hold this. I hand him the lantern.
I just give him the dude the lantern.
Okay, he just immediately, thank you, and he just continues to talk into the lantern, and he's got he's crying, he's got tears.
He kind of gives you the gesture, like, why wouldn't you just give it to him?
Because I'm attached to things that belong to me. And she will walk over to the mirror, and she will say, well, I guess Brolin, just be prepared to translate and do it well this time. It was 11, correct?
Yeah.
So I will say 11.
Just 11?
Yeah, I feel like being able to warn them that it's about to happen is pretty helpful. So
yeah, face fills the mirror once again of her intimidating yet gorgeous figure. There you are.
Yes, here I am. We are going to free you now. Please be peaceable about it.
Doesn't speak that language.
I'm speaking to Brolin. I hope he's about to translate.
Brolin translates.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
She simply says, "If you serve Omu and Chult and the Queen, then you are my ally. I will help you."
Maybe two of those things. Okay. So, I guess I will say Blackfire 11. So she can get out.
Alright. You see her appear before the mirror. I'll put her... she appears right in front of it, so... right there. And as she appears, she is a very tall... She's a tall woman. She's definitely seems probably... Goliath in there's got to be some Goliath blood in there. She's like pushing 8 feet. And as she takes form next to you, you see her armor is just completely just ordained in just sort of beautiful sort of decoration of the city above. Similar symbolism to the buildings that you saw before. She is definitely a soldier of this, of the ancient lost city. And as she sort of finally takes form, she keeps her footing and sort of closes her fingertips and says, and in Old Omnuan, "It's been long since I felt the strength of my hands."
Brolin will walk up and greet her.
She greets you. She greets you with a bow and says an Omnuan phrase you're not entirely familiar with, but it means friend.
Berlin, before anything else is said, would you inform her that her Minotaur companion does appear to be here, and I would appreciate it if she was present to confirm that before I let him out.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to let your Minotaur friend out, but we need you to confirm it's him.
Zal is here?
Yeah, he's in the mirror.
Good. I need him back. Get him out of this thing, as you did for me, please. He is my companion, and will not harm anyone while I am here. Do make room, though. If
Alexandria, what do you want me to what do you want her to do?
She was already in the mirror, so it shouldn't affect her. I would like her to stand with me so that he knows she is here.
Oh yeah, stand with my friend there, so your Minotaur friend knows that you're here.
Says there will need to be more room in here.
Yes. Everybody else, please vacate the room, especially those who have not seen the mirror yet.
Biff,
yeah,
Biff steps out. You keep your zombie in, or you tell the zombie to leave?
I'll tell him to leave.
Okay.
A little back up a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, she stands near you.
Before this, didn't we know something about Zol from the tomb of Napaka?
You know that
I
Napaka
don't
wasn't
fucking
a
remember.
good ruler.
Trying to remember.
Yeah, you let me know if you remember
I don't
something. 'Cause
know.
I don't have that note in me right now.
Yeah, I don't think I have it.
Yeah. This is Zal, by the way. Zaal,
Okay.
Not Zool.
not Zul.
Yeah.
Only Zool.
Only Zool.
Yeah, as you're making
You were the
room,
keymaster?
she says something to you in Old Omnuan. Brolin probably still translating down the hall. You imagine her voice is very good. Oh, what's up?
I'll cast Comprehend Languages. What am I doing?
Okay, yeah.
Hey.
You spend a spell slot, cast Comprehend Languages, and you can understand her as she turns to talk to you. She's probably talking to turning to Brolin. Makes sense. The person who's translating while speaking, always looking in his direction. But the minute you speak and comprehend languages, and she can hear Old Omnuan, she will turn back to you.
I can't speak it. I wish I could just let that fly.
Oh, you can't speak it. Then you would just understand.
understand,
You would understand. You would understand her as she calls down to Brolin. Yeah, I think yeah, she'll just say that no harm will come of anyone once Zol enters the room. He is my companion and will answer to me. And she is just sort of stepping back. I'm gonna move your light is. I keep grabbing your light. It's gone. I keep grabbing it on accident. Yeah, she steps back from the mirror and kind of ushers to you that you'll need to make room.
All right. Well, I don't remember what cell he was. I feel like it was 4 or 5.
5.
4. 5
okay.
was Whistlespark, I think. Double check.
Well, we'll find out. 4.
Yep. You see the form of the Minotaur once again. And it's sort of the growl comes out first thing. You will free me, or I will tear. And then he just stops as he sort of looks past you. Lucano. And you hear her voice from behind you as well. Zal, my companion, we are going to free you. And he just looks and he says, what of the queen? She says, "We will discuss that soon."
Oh, Brolin's gonna have to explain a lot of stuff.
I
Alright.
take the mace and shove it into one of the bags of holding.
Okay, yeah. All right.
All right. Everything about him raises red flags with me, but
Yeah, he's got a big old axe. He's a mean
they
boy.
both have big old
They
axes.
do. They do.
And I'm alone in this room with them, so I might be going to join Valfine here in a second. That being said,
Oh, funny.
I will say Blackfire 4.
As you say, Blackfire 4, entering into the room enough to shove you back to the wall. You see this form of this massive minotaur, similar armor on its lower body, its upper body completely nude with just these huge, massive, roiling muscles, but similar armor to that of its companion, Lucanu. And it immediately looks down, and one huge knee comes down to the ground, and he just puts one hand over his chest, and he says, "I live to serve you once again." And she puts a hand on his shoulder. "Zal, my old friend, we will save Omu."
Oh no!
And she turns to you and looks at you, Alexander, in the last line of the episode. "Where is the Lich?" And that is where we're going to call the session
Yeah, baby.
for the evening.
We got a team.
Do we got some muscles?
These are big boys. Big boys and girls. And welcome to what Tomb was always meant to be, the game of too many companions. I have lots of voices now. Thanks,
Hey,
guys.
I
Boy.
took one from you for you, so.
You took one. Thanks. It's immediately replaced with a lot more. God.
We've
All right.
abandoned so many companions
You
along
did
the way.
you did a really good job with all of them. They're all really articulated.
We'll see how they do. I have lots of notes. And who else we might decide to free from the mirror or not. We do have a merchant and a drow still in there who seem...
Oh yeah! Oh,
A
no!
merchant, a drow, and then two things we should probably just.
And then a gargoyle and some teeth.
and some teeth.
Three things we should probably kill. There's a bug in there too.
There's a bug. Can we leave the bug so we can live for eternity?
The immortal bug.
The immortal
bug.
The
Oh
bug
my
actually
God.
probably needs to be studied. It probably has the cure for cancer.
I think we should probably, on our way out, do the bug, just in case we never find Wither. He'll have a giant mosquito making mosquito noises all over the field.
Oh
Too
no!
fun.
I'll awaken the mosquito.
Oh my god! If you,
Oh,
it's like an invasive species that went extinct a long time ago.
it's been in that mirror
somehow-
forever.
Yeah.
Everybody
You
always
start-
leaves it
So
there.
the soul
You let it out, yeah.
You start the
The
reptile
new plague.
plague.
Right, right.
God.
God damn.
It was infested with hyper plague.
God.
All right. Well, that is where we're going to call our episode for the evening. Thank you over on YouTube for watching along, and thank you guys for joining me for another night of good Dungeons and Dragons. I appreciate your attendance, each and every one of you. Fun stuff. We will see you in the month of May. May already. Wow. We'll see you in the month of May. Take care. Bye.
Bye.